the three that we have are from Tia, so we've got a couple for her. So the first one, she said Tia needs help with. Do you want me to say the address, or just kind of the situation?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. Well, it's under contract for 210. ARV is 310. She says, I need help finding a buyer since this is a retail buy. Her offer is 225,000. And I can put that in the chat if we need to.
So you need help finding a buyer, and you think it's only a retail buyer?
Yeah, pretty much. I've never.
But if it's the ARV is how much? 325.
So the under contract for 210, ARV is
Okay.
310, offer is 225.
Okay. So ARV's 310 and offers at 225.
Yeah.
So that's still a potential wholesale deal, just depending on what city it is and stuff like that. You know where that is?
So yeah, it's in, let's see, Spring, Florida. It's 206 Bay Avenue, Defuniak. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right to you, but
Yeah, I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it. Defuniak Springs, Florida.
Oh, Defuniak Springs. Okay.
Can I get a permission to share my screen?
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
please. Oh.
Okay, you should be good.
All righty. All right. So whenever it comes to this, you said Spring, Florida.
Defuniak.
Yeah, so it's Defuniak. So DEF.
Oh, hold on. What?
DEFUNIAK Springs.
Okay. Wow. All right. First, let's see if there's any flippers here. So now I see that there are 8 flippers, not a ton, but I would start here first. And I would start reaching out to the realtors here on these flippers, because these are people that have bought houses cash that are flipping them now. So, and like here's one, it just sold on, or the listing date, sorry, it's pending right now. But they bought it, they bought it in, let's see here, February of this year, and now they're selling it the same year. So this is someone I'd reach out to the realtor right here, Ricky. So that's where I would start first, is to reach out to the flipper agents. So the next thing I would do, Tia, is after those flipper agents. Let me go back here real quick. Now I would go to, sorry, I got to move something out of my way here. All right, so now I would click this, get rid of that, and now I would do cash buyers. Right here, I do non-owner occupied, and I would do ownership info, max 1 year. Let's do corporate. I'm going to try to find a hedge fund now. So a hedge fund could be someone with 100+ properties or someone with 50+ properties. So now we have, looks like here's an LLC. Looks like that they have 473 properties. So I'd be reaching out to the realtor right here and seeing if they can get you in touch with that hedge fund.
Okay.
So, and then you just work your way down the list here. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
A lot of these are missing addresses, if you notice, right? No street address, no street address. So some of this is kind of like a hard area to, I don't know why it's like so many with no addresses. I don't know if it's a very rural area or not. Let's see, it's not that far from Pensacola. And I
Yeah.
guess it's like in between, right? Destin and Panama City. So
Right.
just a little farther up the panhandle there. Does that help?
It does, at least give me something to start with.
Mhm.
Because most of my leads mainly have been sellers who are pretty much selling their house that are move-in ready. And so having pretty much nowhere to look in my viewpoint, when it comes to how do I market this to a buyer, it's kind of stressful because it's like, okay, it's not technically a wholesale deal. So I don't know. That's pretty much what these three deals um, are pretty much are about. It's all about, this is a retail buy. So what do I need to do when it comes to finding the right buyer? Because
Well,
I know.
what I was going to say is it looks like that the numbers that you have at 310 to 225,
Uh-huh.
that's $85,000 spread.
Right.
So you need to look at it a lot differently. You need to look at it like you're offering an $85,000 discount for a property.
Okay.
So let me ask you a question. You ever go shopping?
Yes.
Okay. Now you like a bargain, right?
Right.
So whenever you see like, 25% off or 30% off, is that a good deal?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Same thing here. You're getting that savings, a discount, right?
Right.
And so they're getting a huge discount for a property that's worth 310,000.
Okay.
So you got to look at it like that you're giving them an $85,000 savings.
Okay.
So
All right. That's a better way to look at it. Okay.
yeah, and you'll be able to create urgency by being able to explain why it's a good deal, and if you have good comps, try to find the highest three solds or pendings in that area that's close to your property. I like to use PropStream. I like to use Redfin.
Mm.
And I'll try to find three active or pending properties too, just to show like, hey, there's some potential here. You get a really good deal. So,
Right. Okay. That's fine.
make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, cool. Was there another question on a different property?
Yeah,
Uh,
the next one, let's see. So 103 Rawls Springs Road in Hattiesburg. Let's see. This guy's asking for 100,000 for the house. I don't know what to offer him. Tia, do you have any more information on the house itself? What exactly the condition is?
So he said he pretty much did all the makeover stuff, like the few cosmetic stuff that was needed for the house.
Mhm.
He already done that. As a matter of fact, it has storage buildings. I think it has at least two in the backyard. Um,
What's the address of the property?
103 Rawls, Rawls, Springs Road in Hattiesburg, Hatt. Yeah.
In Mississippi.
Yep.
Okay. So let's see here. So he wants how much?
he wants $100,000 for this property.
Okay. So this one, that's what the retail price is.
Right.
So my questions usually are like, well, it sounds like you're ready to list the property. Have you found a good realtor?
Okay.
And try to find out why they're not listing it with a realtor right now. Does he own it free and clear?
He owns it free and clear. The only thing he mentioned about a realtor was that he didn't want to deal with
Mhm.
all the fees and stuff.
Right,
That was all that he brought up. He didn't go into any more detail than that.
right. So on something like this, I would say, okay, look, I would talk to him about listing it, and you want him to say no, like you just did. You're like, well, I'd find out if he needs the proceeds for anything else right away. Do you know if he's using the money to buy another place, or if he's just selling this to be done with it? Was it a rental property?
Um, he just told me that he was moving in with, I believe, either his son or his daughter, one of his children, and so
Okay.
he wanted to be done with this house.
Okay. Well, what I would offer him is to sell it for whatever he's asking for and see if he's okay with receiving payments. So
Okay,
he's asking for how much again?
100,000.
100,000. So and let's see, the rent estimate's around 900. Let me just check my I'm going to check out something called Easy Calculator. I can't show this at the moment. Let me see something. 100,000. So if I calculate this right, just so you know, if he sells it for 100,000, let's say we give him a 3% interest rate, a loan of amortization of 30 years. That's the normal amortization, right? The
Uh-huh.
payments come up to be around 421.60. So now what happens is, let's say we do a balloon payment in say 72 months, right? So that means the payoff is 86,481. Let me just do some quick math real quick. 421.60. 421.60 times 72 plus the payoff of 86,481. 86,481. So in other words, if he sells it to us on terms and he does this over at 3% over 7 years, he actually ends up walking away with almost $117,000.
Okay.
So I say, well, what if we can buy it from you on payments and can show you a way where you're actually sell it for more than the 100,000 you're asking? Would that be something that would interest you?
Okay. I would
And
definitely
then
add that.
I would pitch that. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Cool. Very
Okay.
cool. Very cool.
All right, next one we have. Okay. If you want to pull up I've got the address here for you.
Okay.
And it's 762 Hawthorne Road.
762
Yeah.
Hawthorne Road.
And that's in Tibby, Tibby. Yep.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Another retail property. The lady just wants to move into something smaller. This house sits on 68 acres. The
Holy
house is
smokes.
the house is move-in ready. She hasn't figured out how much she wants for the property, and I'm not sure what to offer her.
Whenever they don't have a number, I always go low. And I always try to figure out what Zillow and Redfin is at. Let's see here. It looks like it's close. It's around the $200,000 mark here. So I would probably start offering around the $100,000 mark. You can always
Okay.
work your way up a little bit, but I would start there. And be careful on some of these areas. This sounds like a very rural area. You're going to have hard times. It doesn't matter if the people want to sell it for super cheap or not. If there's no buyers, there's no buyers in some of these areas. So typically I won't mess with an area unless it's like within 45 minutes of a big city, and it has to have a population of 50,000, and there needs to be about 10 plus flippers. Like whenever I'm in prop stream and I'm using this, say like Tibby, Alabama here, I need to be able to see that there's at least 10 flippers there, or it's just kind of a rural area and I probably won't mess with it.
Okay.
So let's see, flippers right here. Oops. Not failed listings, let's do flippers. I have a feeling that's, nope, see there's no flippers. Nothing going on in that area at all.
Okay.
So let's just understand, it's just like, just move on to the next.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. And then Janice, she needs help with, okay, so she said she got in touch with a wholesaler dealer who is with KRS Realty, asked for permission. Let's see. Okay, Janice, this is a little all over the place. Do you mind just helping us understand what your question is here? Maybe.
So the question that I have, because we were supposed to find some JVs, I'm asking because of the fact I asked her for her permission to show the property. Is that like a JV? That means
Well,
I got her word, right?
but I don't know what you're asking. Sorry, what's that?
Okay, so you know our homework assignment is to try to get a JV
Right. Okay.
assignment. So my thing is I got in touch with her. She is a wholesaler. And I told her what I was, and I asked her, can I have permission to show her property? She texted me back. She said, that's fine. Just add your commission to my price, and I'm going to put you on my buyer's list. So she did that, and she's been sending me properties and sending me properties.
Okay.
So that is like a JV, correct? Or no?
Well, that's the beginning of a relationship.
Oh,
So we do want you to get on the buyers list and to sign up for that, so you see what properties are coming over. But you need to start building relationships with the cash buyers in the area and see if any of them are interested in the properties that are getting sent over to you. So
okay.
now you need to be able to find out what price they're selling it for. See if she says to add the price on top. So if you add another 5K to that, is your buyers okay with that? You know, just or something, you know, whatever the number is. Let's say that she has a property for 75,000, and you're reaching out to your buyers and say, hey, you got this great deal. It's only 80,000. Let me know if you're interested. I can schedule a showing for you. So.
Okay. So now, and then I wanted to know, how do you go on? So if I give you an address when she gave me, how do I go on the pop stream to see how the buyer's at? So you gotta excuse me, because I've been kind of sick and I can't talk.
No worries. So you want to know how to use prop stream to check out the value?
Yeah.
Okay. So like if you have an address, I just type it into prop stream. You just type it in right here, whatever the address is. Let's see if we can use.
I want to give you one. Can I give you one?
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. What's the address?
Okay, so it's, hold on. So let's do this one. Wait. Is this the address? Okay, 300 is Romar Drive. That's RIOMAR Drive. And then it say Port St. Lucie.
Okay. sorry, R 300 RIO.
MAR.
There
Yeah,
it is.
that's it.
Okay. So now I just go here to click details. It gives me a quick value right here.
Mm-hmm.
So the estimated value is 319. Before I go and look at everything else, that's just one quick way. What I'll do is I'll take this address too, and I will also check Zillow or Redfin just to see if it has something like that on here as well. So it's showing 317 here. So it gives me a real quick ballpark, right? That's just really fast. Now, what are they selling it for?
Well, she's asking to, let me see, wait a minute, I got to deduct because I put my stuff in. She's asking 265.
265, okay. All right. So I think you got some potential there. It'd be nice to get a little bit cheaper, but I mean, that area of Florida is a really hot area. So my rule of thumb is I would try to make sure that it's selling around about 75 or 80% of the retail value. So if 317 is the retail value, let's do 0.8, 253. I would try to get it down to about, yeah, you may have to renegotiate that one a little bit.
Okay.
Hey, Trevor, come here real quick, answer this.
Okay.
So yeah, I would, so does that help you a little bit?
Yeah, a little. Can we do one more, or we got somebody else asking another question?
Go ahead.
Okay, so do this at 5190 Everett Street.
5190
Everett Street, Everet.
Everett Street, Cocoa, Florida.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And what's the situation on this one?
So she asking for 314 for that one, but I don't, what are you putting it in the pop stream? What is I didn't do my Zillow.
The value here is showing 284. Let's see here. People want the retail value of everything, you know. So hey, I want to be 6'7" and play in the NBA, but so 311 looks like it's worth 312 according to Zillow. So that one I would have to have them renegotiate that.
Right, she asking the price. Okay.
Yeah,
now,
and just say you know what, I don't think my buyers are buyers at that price, but if you can get it down a little bit lower to, like, I would just do around 70 to 75% of that, of the Zestimate number.
okay.
Right okay. Sound good?
Yeah, okay.
Well, I hope you feel better.
I know, right?
I know.
I don't want to say I had a COVID. I don't want to claim that, but I promise you I had about 5 of them symptoms.
Well, take your vitamin C, right? Take that vitamin C.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I got a gallon of orange juice right now as we speak.
Good. That's great. Very good. Cool. Who's next?
That's it as far as submitted questions. So we can just kind of open it up. I know we have a smaller group today, but Ben, Sharon, anyone have any questions?
Yeah, I just submitted a question. Last week I had sent in 3 deals, 3 JV deals. What is the process of that?
They usually go through a virtual assistant. And so basically, like you're talking about a lead that you already had that you called on yourself, right? And then you couldn't get it, nothing came out of it. Usually if you kick it over to us, it goes through a virtual assistant where they try to get a hold of somebody and then schedule an appointment for one of us to call to see if we can schedule or make a call schedule to see if they qualify for an offer. Because they may not be motivated, they may want retail, they may decide not to sell. So it just depends on that. So if you want, send me a message on, are you on Facebook?
Yeah, I am.
So send me a message on Facebook Messenger or in the Amplify group, and just tag me in the Facebook group there at Amplify, and I can go through and try to see if I can find out what's going on with them. So
Okay, no problem.
very cool. Very cool.
As a matter of fact, I had messaged you, must have been Monday,
Okay.
because I run into deals all the time to where I be needing help.
Mhm.
And it's like having to wait all the way to Wednesday be kind of like a drag. So it's like I only got 4 times out of 1 month to get the help that I need. And so like this week has been, I can't necessarily say it's been slow. It's been at a halt because I had so many questions about these houses that are for retail because they've been coming in the flood. And so it's like,
Got it.
I don't want to talk to
Are,
another lead about
are you in
retail.
the Facebook group?
Yeah, I am.
So just make a post in the Facebook group and tag me in your post.
Okay.
Okay. Excuse me. I was a little under the weather earlier this week, so I don't know if we got back to you. Probably not. So, but looks like Shauna has her hand up too.
Hey everybody. I just had a couple accounts this week and I was wondering if we could just brainstorm on their behalf. But basically, what's your thinking process from like I'm getting this person on the phone and I for sure need to ask these questions, and then okay, I'm gonna put an offer together. Like I for sure need to be like I for sure need to like consider these things when I'm putting together an offer. Like what's sort of your thinking process in those 2 regards?
So I'm usually looking, I want to, whenever I'm talking to them, I'm trying to find out 4 things. One is how soon are they looking to sell, the time wise, why they're selling, what's the motivation there, the condition of the property is number 3, and then number 4 is the price. So I need to find out what's going on there, and that'll tell me if they're motivated or not. That'll tell me if we have potential or not. If they're wanting $200,000 for a house and the house is worth $150,000, then it's not much motivation there. And if they're looking to not sell for another year or so, that's telling me that there's no motivation there. If they're saying, well, I'm facing foreclosure and I got to sell my house within the next 45 days, or I'm going to lose the house. Okay, that's motivation, right? So I want to find out what's going on, what their motivation factors are, how soon they need to sell, the price, and the condition of the property. So
just to dig a little bit on that point, when how do you trust what they're saying is the true motivation and not just like giving you like a generic answer like, oh yeah, I'm kind of motivated?
It's basically whenever that happens, you just got to re-ask the question again.
Okay, so you're essentially just like you're getting the answer, but then you're just asking the question in a slightly different way to make sure that you're not leaving it stone unturned.
Yeah, and I would use what if questions too. Like, I mean, so what if we could, I know you're asking 200,000. I know that you want to sell this in the next 60 days. What if we could give you an all cash offer, take care of it within the next 60 days? Would you accept an offer at 145? And just be quiet, right? You want to do like what's called a soft pass a lot of times, where you're trying, but a lot of times what you can do to use that soft pass is go through prop stream and anchor them with 3 low comps.
Yeah, I've seen you do that before. That's awesome insight.
Yeah, and I'll be like, well, it looks like the house over here on Main Street sold for 124. This one sold for 143. You know, I'm using those. I'm like, is that a number that you'd be comfortable with? Well, no, I want 200. Well, I don't know if I can do that.
Okay. Okay, sweet. Thank you. That's super, super helpful.
You bet. Good luck. Well, very cool, everybody. I hope we got through everyone.
Got a few
So,
more happening.
well, very, very cool. But yeah, use the anchoring of the low comps. Whenever I always like to toss those out there, so it kind of helps whenever whenever I come up with my final offer, and it's a justified offer too. So,
And I like too how it doesn't make you the bad guy. Like you're not just like trying to go for the lowest price. Like it kind of puts the pressure off you and more on like what their neighborhood or their area is going for right now.
100%. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, well, very cool. Well, is there anyone else there, Rylan?
Yeah, we just brought in a couple more guys. We're just opening it up to everybody. So if you have any specific questions, please unmute yourself. If not, we've been recording, so we can keep an eye out for that recording. Went over a couple things, but yeah, any questions before we wrap it up here?
How long did it take you to close your first?
So did I miss the class?
Robert? Yeah, I think there was a mix-up on the Zoom link. So we had a different Zoom link, so it got mixed up. So sorry about that. And then Tia, what was your question? I'm sorry.
I was asking, how long did it take to close your first deal?
Oh, geez, about probably took me over 6 months. What happens is there's like this block, right? For a lot of us, this is the way it is. And then all of a sudden you start getting deal after deal after deal. So it really comes down to consistency, making consistent calls, making consistent offers, talking to people every single day. If you're doing the things consistently, then you'll have more success. So give a perfect example. I would do a deal and then I would go months without a deal. And then I would do a deal and then months without a deal. So I had this roller coaster, right, of stuff where I would do something and then nothing. So to avoid that, the key that I learned was consistent marketing, consistent follow-up, consistent talking to sellers and making offers. So.
Okay. All right.
Well, very cool. Robert, sorry that you just jumped on. I know Art just jumped on too. We are for our coaching call tomorrow. You guys are going to have a wonderful guest host too. So we're going to have Tom on there. JC, did you have your hand raised there?
Yeah. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I have a question. So I just got done with a meeting with the seller, and we talked about those 4 things that you're mentioning here. But he's going through a divorce, and you know he has to. I live in Wisconsin, and that's where the property is. So it's a marital state, but the property is only under his name. Okay. And he says, well, if the wife agrees, or ex-wife, whatever, if she agrees, we can sell it. But if she doesn't, you know, can you write your offer on paper? But I don't want to give him an offer and have it, sit out there for months on end. What do you think? What do you recommend?
So on your purchase contract, you should have a purchase contract with an expiration date. So like this offer is good for only like the next 3 days or the next 7 days or something like that. So you can put the offer with an expiration date on it. So, and I've had to do that because, Arizona's a lot like that too. So they have to sign off on it either way, the spouses.
Oh,
So
okay.
To me, it's not that big. I mean, there's very few times I don't like to just leave an open contract. I feel like it's like a blank check.
Right.
But say, okay, look, I can put something in place. What I try to do though, just to let you know, is I would ask, are you comfortable? Like, are you guys comfortable jumping on the phone call together with me? See if they're like that. There's sometimes where the wife doesn't want to be around the husband. And so I'm like, well, where do they live? Maybe I will go and meet the wife in person or go meet the husband in person, to let them talk crap about each other. And then like, hey, I'm just the guy trying to help you guys out. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe I could present that to him and see if I can go talk to her.
Yeah, I like to do that because that way, if there's an objection or some sort of something that's making them hesitant, I can kind of follow up and try to find out why they're hesitant. So
yeah, and he is all for selling it. So he's fighting an uphill battle with his ex-wife that thinks that he can get some crazy amount of money for it, but what I saw, there's no way, and so I'll bring it up to him, see if I can talk to his wife.
And also in prop stream, just to let you guys know, let me just show you guys one thing in prop stream there. Going over here. So let's say we have this property right here. Let me pick out a different one. Let's see if we can pick out one that's a little bit has more comps. So let's find a property with comps. See, these are all comps right here. This goes right now, it's going for the last year. Maybe I'll go out for a mile. Let's see if I do the last 6 months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if I decided to keep it within a half a mile, I can create a report here. So I'm going to go and sort from the lowest to the highest if I can here. And then what I'll do is I'll just take the 3 lowest, and that I'll just create a I'll just create the 3 lowest, and then that'll be my comp report that I can print out right here. And then that's something that I can give to the homeowner as comps. So that way they have something to look at. And they're like, oh, okay, well, these are comps. So I try to use comps, low comps when I'm buying, and then high comps when I'm selling. So very cool.
Art, you got anything for us? Finish us up.
No, not at this time. I'm really not feeling well right today. I'm just gonna pass for today.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry.
I hope you're feeling. It sounds like everyone's got a little something.
Yeah.
Well, get better.
Yeah, all of you guys get better. And we'll see you guys for that class tomorrow. Brandon, thank you for the time. Hope you get feeling better also. And just keep an eye out for the recording as well. And just reach out to your account manager. Let us know how we can help you guys. Thank you.
Thank you all. Bye.
Hi, guys. Thank you.